Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Play Mount & Blade Warband Fantasy 2018, version 0.150N9. That sounds a lot like Star Trek to me, but it's actually more D&D, because there is magic, there is a lot of magic. Seemingly everyone got mages these days, but that's okay, mages are incredible, also incredible dangerous. The rules of the game stay the same, no loading, no saving. We will be playing in highest possible difficulty. We're playing a rogue with a music touch, and we'll do a lot of exploration and trading. So far so good. Let's jump right into character creation. And here we are. Please always keep in mind that your choices are not equal. Some choices give you more attribute points than others, some choices give you more skill points than others, but you always get different points. We want to make a best trader, so we're taking human, we're taking the traveling merchant, we're taking the shop assistant, and we're taking the rogue. We're taking lust for money and power to get more loot ability, and we're taking, or loot skill, and we're taking mounted. We take allow me to quit without saving to avoid mischief by bugs, not by enemies, and we'll put as a start 2 points into strength. Always remember 1/3 of the attribute points is the maximum number of skill points you can invest. With that being said, we of course need power draw 3, because that is where the damage comes from in this build. We have riding 5, we have an excellent trade skill of 6, that is what we need. We should invest some points into looting, because looting is very important. We put all our points into charisma because we want to get as high in trading as we can, as fast as we can. We put 1 point into prison management to be able to take prisoners if needed. We'll put 1 point into weapon master to train our skills up to 60. Actually, we should put 2 points there. I think that is the best idea or best thing we can do in the beginning. And we need a name. And we put all the points into archery, because archery is what will keep us alive. We need a face. This face is not what we need. Oh boy. No. Honestly, no. Oh wait, if we take the beard away, this might just be it. Well, it doesn't look that dumb, does it? Not the hairstyle I have, that would be a lot less hair, but it's okay. And we start in the Kingdom of Swedia. We skip the main quest, and here we are. A band of unholy knights has risen near Xna. Well, I cannot spell that. However, the first thing we always do is we go to the arms merchant and see what he sells. As a rogue, we have good armor compared to others. If we were playing, for example, a bard boy, that would be bad armor. We need a bow. We see here a strong short bow. We have some tools we can sell that we should do. This is a rather expensive bow, however, it does a lot of damage. The question is, can we still buy some arrows? Because it's all worth nothing if we cannot buy arrows. So for example, if we buy 1 arrow here and we buy the bow, we have to pay a lot of money and will not have a lot of money left for trading. However, this bow will serve us relatively well. Let's see if there is any other bow. Bent short bow is not really an option. Cracked short bow, I think we're good with this strong short bow in the beginning. There is nothing we can buy to trade, that's pretty much obvious. But normally, as we skip the main quest, we should get some money after the system realizes that we skipped the quest. What does this thing... They sell honey for a low price. Yeah, but we don't have money to buy honey. That is a catastrophe, because the honey here, buying honey here, would really save us some money. So let's go on. Maybe that money... Oh wait, we go back to Praven. Maybe that... There you see. Now it triggered. That is what you get for the beginning. And now we can buy some honey and sell the honey. And that will be a good ground stock for our income. So they've got no honey left. We bought the honey for 160. And I think we can sell the honey for nearly double of it. Well, no, not really, but we're still making some good coin. Oh, he cannot pay that much. Okay, then you give that back, and I will sell that honey to him. Always remember, if you sell a certain item to a town more than once, the price will drop every time you sell that item. So if you're selling 100 steel, for example, or iron, you will not get 100 times the same price. The price will get worse and worse each time you do that. They're selling troops. The question is, do they have anything else they sell? The iron price... Oh wait, was that flour or salt? Flour, okay. You can make a good fortune with salt trading if you know what you're doing. If you buy salt under 100 gold, you can really make a good coin. Please remember that wherever you go, there are different mobs of enemies around. That means there are areas where there are sea raiders, very dangerous but also wonderful loot. There are areas where there are mainly forest bandits, I think these are. No, they're mountain bandits. And there are areas where there might be looters. And you see, this guy's now, everyone has mages. Everyone has mages. And that is pretty dangerous because mages, oh boy, I tell you, those guys are dangerous right from the start. They can throw fireballs at you, and even worse, they can do lightning damage in close combat. Do not buy chicken, do not buy pork, do not buy any kind of food that could get bad, because when you're traveling, your loot would actually... Oh, look at that, good iron prices. Your food would actually go down in quality. So it's day-old beef, and then it's 3-day-old beef, and then it's rotten beef. And that's how it goes. And that's the reason you do not trade with... Oh, look at that. Oh, we're selling a little bit too much iron, buying a little bit too much iron. Why is that a problem? Because iron is heavy. And the more heavy stuff you have, the worse it is, actually. Because you weight down, you're getting slower. And if you're getting slower, you're getting caught by the bad guys. And if you're getting caught by the bad guys, well, wonder what will happen. We increased a level. We immediately put that point into charisma, and we should put more points into horse archery, because that is where the damage comes from. Because we're fighting from horseback with a bow. So they have no specialty, but they're selling iron to a wonderful price. We're buying a lot of iron these days, I know. That is not very clever of me, because we will not be able to do anything. Oh, look at that, even more iron. But we cannot pay it. Okay, so we sell that iron back. They're buying fewers. I think they're buying fewers. They buy fewers. Oh, do you have fewers? No, you have leather. Ah, shame. Because some villages buy and some villages sell. So, marketplace. What are you paying for? Oh, you're not exactly paying a lot for the iron, are you? Okay, so that is bad, because that actually limits our profit. Now we've got a lot of iron and no place to sell it. However, they buy leatherworks. They're not selling leatherworks. How much do you pay for a leatherwork? And they don't tell. But normally it could even be wise to go to a town and then simply buy leatherworks to sell it in the village. You see, there are a lot of red intel down there. Band of drows terrorizing. Oh, they buy iron for a good price. Well, excellent. Let's sell them the iron. And they're even selling iron to a good price, so that's good. They only buy a limited number. The red intel down there indicates that something evil is happening. There's mobs being created, and these mobs are created just for you, so to say, because they have extra loot. They're extra juicy. Well, also they're extra dangerous, because they normally contain a variety of very, very dangerous creatures and enemies. However, it's always worth it. Do not click long distances, because your character will run into enemies uncontrollably. And that is something that should not happen. Always move in small doses. If you run into someone you cannot handle, you're dead. As simple as that. Every time you visit a location and map it, you see that you're getting money for it. They're selling troops, or they're selling leatherwork. So we could theoretically buy the leather and then go back to the village that buys the leather and make a small fortune. However, be aware that in, like here, in woods, enemies appear very rapidly because you're not seeing that far. Well, these guys are running anyway because they're good company. Sea Raiders. Sea Raiders tend to be very easy targets and very choosy because they've got excellent loot and they have not so many ranged fighters. They have some access to throw and occasionally bows, but not that much. But these days with the mages, oh boy, that's a totally different point. Oh god, he's look at that. The guy is out of any money. That's a shame. How about you? You've got some money. He can buy 3. Sword prices are not that good. But we could sell some more iron here, because the iron prices are, I would not say excellent, but good enough. So, and we need the cash. We need cash flow. That's how it is. They sell pottery, but I'm not interested into pottery. Why, you might ask, Boris? You don't like pottery. It's not poetry, for one, it's pottery, and pottery is very heavy. It weighs more than iron does. They're killing looters. Looters are no use to us, because they're killing them easily. Pottery is very heavy, more heavy than iron per unit, and the gain, the profit that you can make is very, very low. They're buying leatherworks as well. Why is everybody buying leatherworks, I wonder? But we're gaining a lot of money just from trading and exploring. Sargoth. Always keep a lookout for something special you might run into. Ah, heraldic reinforced crowned bassinet. Look at the price of that thing. And we've got a pretty good trading skill, by the way. Yeah, nothing strikes my eye here, sadly. Not had a single fight, but also didn't encounter anyone I wanted to fight in the first place. They buy pottery. We're not interested. We don't have any pottery with us. We could go back again and buy the pottery and then resell it, but actually no. We're taking that village with us. Oh, an undead army and drows and everywhere. Everywhere the world is burning, as it seems. No specialty, flux bundles. Velvet does not help us any. A shame, a shame, a shame. Thought I could make perhaps one fight in this recording as well, but we didn't encounter anyone that were up into fighting to this point. Best thing to fight are deserters. Deserters are desert. Why? Because deserters, for one, are always, or well, 99% of the time, military units, so they have excellent loot, and they're absolutely predictable. Because they normally consist of the same troop. For example, you fight 10 spearmen. So that's relatively easy to control. You know what you're into, and you can handle them pretty well for that reason. We're not very lucky with our trading these days. I mean, we are getting money. We are getting levels. 15, that does not help us a lot. Please keep in mind that horse archery has a limit. where its usefulness drops. So bringing horse archery up to 10 might not serve you as well as you might think, because the effect diminishes the higher it goes. Oh, they're ill. And they're not selling. And we don't have the skill to help these people. Relatively, the original lords have relatively small armies compared to the lords of the new factions. The dwarves, the elves, the drow, the orcs, they buy fewers. Sadly, they're not selling. Everyone is buying, but no one is selling. And never forget, they only buy 3 of each kind before they run dry. So you cannot milk them, so to say, for all eternity. That's not how it works. Are you selling anything? No tool prices. The prices are all very bad. Sun shield. Now look at that beauty. That is a beauty of a shield, if you ask me. Look at that. Excellent size. Good resistance. Very good hit points. Very, very juicy. Very juicy. However, we're not here for that. We're here for one thing and one thing only. Again, we're moving through woods, and you can never 100% say how your troops or your hero is moving on the map, so always be careful. Hides and leatherwork, well-made leatherwork, fine hides. No, no. No, 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 no. If you're traveling the coastal area, likely is that you're running into sea raiders. Please keep in mind that sea raiders, while themselves can be handled, their mages normally cannot. They're very, very dangerous people. Okay, you have no specialty, and what you sell is not good. I'm so sad that the trading is going so bad. I was hoping to show you some really, really good trading. But at this point, our trading is not going that well, because the villages are not selling a lot. They're only buying. A band of unholy knights. Oh boy. Deserters, footmen. Oh yeah. Now we can show you a fight. This might not be the enemies of our dreams. Oh, we have only one set of arrows. This could be a problem. Oh wait, I've got problems with my mouse, I guess. Give me a second. So, now it's better. Okay, footmen. I'm not sure if they've got ranged weapons. This is the place we want to fight. If you can, of course, try to fight in an environment that has no obstacles. Because what kills you is the fact that you run into obstacles more than the enemy itself. They do not seem to have any ranged weapons. That I mean by that is what I mean by predictable. Oh boy. Good, one down. 11 more to go. Of course, we must be careful for the guy with the axe. Don't forget, these guys are up for the kill, so you see, even if they use their shield, you can kill them because they rise or lower their shield in order to strike you. Please keep the following thing in mind. You can theoretically destroy... Oh, this guy is that guy. The problem is, you can never tell if they're really fleeing or if they're just tricking you. If they trick you, you can run into some really, really, really bad situations. We're down to 9 arrows. And of course we cannot really fight these guys with sword alone. We did 0 damage. How is that? Oh, because we have a speed bonus. So we killed that one guy. He's obviously fleeing as well. If you can, kill your enemies with arrows, not with the sword, because what you train is the weapon you use. So if you want to train your bow skill like we do, don't kill the guys with swords. I did that to conserve arrows, because you never know when you miss and then you're out of arrows, but the enemy is not out of enemies. And the enemy is not out of troops, and that would be very, very bad. Okay, this is pretty good. The shield, although horrible, is, well, actually, resistance 9, resistance 10. This shield is even better. Has a little bit less hit points, but, well, actually, you're right. This one has more hit points. It has 1 point more resistance, the plain kite shield, but, yeah, well. Headgear, better than no headgear. Oh, we have headgear because we're, I'm still thinking of Bard, but that is good headgear. The sword, the Nordic sword. We have a short sword that is a little bit better in range, a little bit slower. Ours is stealthy, but we're not using stealth anyway. So I think we can go with the Nordic sword. And you see that the armor has a magic modifier to it. That means how well or not well your... Oh, the stars have aligned in a particularly evil dark way. All necromancers across country are performing undead summoning rituals. Oh boy. They buy chicken. We're not interested in chicken. So here we go. Your savings at the Gnomish Bank. There is a bank where you can deposit money, and that money is creating bonus money. Unlike the bank that you're used to, I bet. Because they only take the money, and then comes inflation and all that. Good, we're making some money here. The Sun Shield. Very good shield as well. However, we have a shield, and it is enough for our points or for our needs at this point. We're not invest in armor. We find armor. We don't buy armor unless it's absolutely ludicrous good armor. And a robe? Are you kidding me? Do you have any goods? Anything we can trade with? Rare ore, wool, leatherworks, rough leatherworks. We could buy some rough leatherworks, hoping that we run into a place where they buy leatherwork. However, that is not that likely at this point. So we have one more level up. We put the point into charisma. Can we... Horse archery is as is maximum. And we should rise weapons master one more to be able to train to 140. Not that we are able to do that. And then we'll put our remaining points into pathfinding next time. We'll hope to get our trading skill up to 9 and then read the book about trade, and then we have trade. Remember, 10 is the natural maximum level you can have for a skill. You will run into enemies or units that have higher than 10 skill, but as far as I know, this is not possible for your character, only for NPC created characters, and that is only to show their magic special non-human abilities. For example, a golem. Remember, this is based on a mod, and to give a unit the appropriate number of hit points, you sometimes have to mod it a bit, and that is done by, for example, setting the iron skin, or what is it called, iron flesh skill up to unbelievable amounts. With that being said, we'll see each other next time. Until then, bye.